Fine. Another? Move along. Require something?
You again? After the business of Sandstone Villa, I thought that we had settled matters. I see. Think very, very carefully about what you are saying. Octien is a Templar. He is in a position of the highest authority. And who, may I ask, are you? For you to accuse Octien without having a direct confession is not only meaningless, but contrary to all our procedures. Even if this were true, or even already suspected, it would have to be corroborated by Octien himself. That requires a confession. As he is not here to present the charges himself, I must assume that no such confession exists. Now, I have done all I can for you. Please, trouble me no further with this matter, especially with such insufficient evidence. We have already discussed this. Nothing short of a confession would convict him. As such, Templar Octien will remain undisturbed in the Livrarium.
Hello. I'm here to send regrets on behalf of Templar Joriel. While she wishes to extend you aid, she's stymied by protocol. What she gave you was an official response. I'm here to give you another response. A personal one. I am a political aide for Templar Joriel. I operate in a number of capacities for the Templars' official and unofficial business. My superior has suspected for some time the crimes that you've levied against Templar Octien. But like you, she is frustrated by his status. Allow me to be direct. If you can make Templar Octien publicly acknowledge his crimes, then Templar Joriel will reward you. She will be your patron of sorts. My superior is a very, very busy person. It is unfortunate that some wrongs escape her notice, and those she does notice cannot always be immediately righted. I am an aide to Templar Joriel. Usually, my work takes the form of drafting letters, taking notes of various functions, and so on. The city is a marvelous place. Recently, my work has taken me farther from its walls for more often, and I'm sadder for it. You wish to bring the Templar to justice, yes? Then you must get him to publicly acknowledge his crimes in some form. As my superior no doubt told you, the Templar may be found in the Livrarium. I suggest you go there.
Require some... Ah, the guest of Sandstone Villa. I'm pleased to be of service. What do you need from us? Just as well. Ah, the guest... of Sandstone Villa. I'm pleased to be of service. What do you need? Just as well.
What now?
Hello, I.
You're alive. What an unexpected and quite unfortunate turn of events. For starters, he expected you to be rotting in a sandy ditch somewhere. Supper for the carrion birds. Understand, you and I are alike. All we both want is to see this business reach its end. Did it? Here you stand, suspecting me of a great many crimes, yet unable to lift a finger. Tell me, who has the power? Or what? You'll slaughter me in a murderous rage? Typical. Your kind is as predictable as it is stupid. I'm afraid you'll find me quite hard to kill. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for you. Attack me in this city, and I won't just have you clapped in irons. No, I'll hand you over to the scholars in the Basilica for research. A long career supporting vivification research has left me with certain advantages. You could say I'm more resilient than most of your enemies. The wise and the foolish both die. Is that justice? With the will of souls, I can change that. I can choose who deserves life. To think that yous gave away such a gift to you. Well, we've seen how you wasted your life. Perhaps I'll give Intrinio your corpse to examine. After all, you met your first death as his assistant. It would be a reunion. Of course. And it's such a pity you'll never find out.
Well, if setting fire to the livrarium and hiring assassins is not an admission of guilt on Octien's part, I certainly don't know what is. It is clear that we Templars must make him assume responsibility for his actions, overt as well as hidden. Even though you went against my explicit instruction, you were effective. You have my respect. Should he survive the wounds earned in battle, I should think so. To that effect, I have ordered a moratorium on all of his current studies and projects. All, perhaps, save this mysterious Well of Souls. That one will take some deliberation, considering its various ethical and societal ramifications. Regardless, Gnome Society is in your debt, and we always pay what is owed. Ventrinio Desalini. One name I never expected to be brought into this business. It seems he has escaped the gallows yet again. I believe your friend Scholar Hughes may be able to help. While you were here, my people found him salvaging the tomes Octien attempted to burn. Now, you must excuse me. A Templar has fallen from power, and Edessa's political buzzards are circling.
Be quick.
It was my mistake to assume that Octien would go quietly, or that he would leave evidence behind. Such a waste. Some of those books he burned were centuries old, but luckily for us, I was able to salvage some from the flames. Oh, a great many prizes. Treatises on the nature of death, tables upon tables of autopsy analyses, but only one item of true value. Octien's diary. Based off of what I've read in these pages, Ventrinio has been working on an island off of Cluricon. True, but this young lady says she has a way to fix that. I'm not sure how you know Ailinshire, but she seems quite eager to speak with you. When you meet Ventrinio, be careful. His genius comes at the price of his sanity. He may want to kill you the second time around for good measure. If he hasn't yet gotten completely mad, Ventrinio should be able to get you into Alabastra. Oh, I will. In fact, I believe I'll be staying in Edessa to offer what support I can. With Octien out of the way, the people will be needing a new Templar, after all. My old colleague, Ventrinio Desalini. For a time we worked together under Templar Octien. He was a brilliant scholar, but a terrible person. Octien's journal shows that Ventrinio's assistant died during an important mission into the heart of Alabastra. I don't know how to say this, but the date of the assistant's death is shortly before you came back to life.
Eh?
Fancy a chat?
You want something? All I've got to my name's my father's trousers and a bad hangover. So piss off. Ain't good at much, but I don't need to be noticed if I ain't looking to be. For a bit of coin, I can teach anyone to be the same. Yeah.
Blessings to
Ain't no merchant, ain't no trader. Got no coin, got no bread. So what are you needing out of me? Ain't the sandstone villa from what I hear. But I've slept in worse places, I can promise you that. Used to do a tour or two as an archer with some mercenaries. They turned to banditry and I just turned to ale. Used to be good work over there. Now it's plain dangerous. Old friends will gut you for a piece of tin. Just about the only place a man can get work anymore now that Apatir is dried up. Yeah.
Greetings.
Be careful if you're entering the mine. You there! Halt! You're not going anywhere!
We've expanded the truly a marvel of modern... Here you go. This is the... Be careful out the sands.
along.
Shopping for books?
Welcome. I've a fully stocked apothecary if you need it. Driador's always got your needs covered. I've wandered to Tyr nearly all my life. There's a trove of reagents that can save your life if you know how to use them. I came to Edessa a few years back. Used to live up in Galette, in the Red Marches. A shame about what happened there, if what I hear is true. Lunatic cultists took over and ruined the town. Someone put a stop to them, thankfully. Yes, of course. Always thinking of the downtrodden. I guess I could lift the charity tax. I hope it returns to the peaceful haven I knew it to be, now that you've done such a good turn. It's a nice enough place if the gnomes take a shine to what you can do. I can make potions like their greatest, so I get to do trade in the Arcadium. I knew better than to think my prosperity would go unnoticed. It seems all my success helps others instead of myself. Generosity is not something seen that often here. If not in my neighbors, I might place my trust in you. I'll donate to the poor, and why not to you as well? I'll be here.
Yes?
Welcome, stranger. There are always prayers to Mitharu, but few answerers, save those from Redalmain. Have you come to help? Redalmain has much, but he understands that he cannot enact the change that could help us without jeopardizing all of our safety. Mitharu is the great order of the world, who grants purpose and structure to all life. Mitharu and Reddelmane guide my work. The gnomes do not keep the faith of Mitharu. That much is enough for me. Though the gnomes are capable of greatness, Mitharu does not smile on those that take from the meek. You have restored them, and ourselves. It is one of sorts. It is a board of petitions made by those of the Hospitalis quarters. I keep it for the good of this place. Be pious.
Got the forge hot, stranger. If you need repair work for armor or weapons, I'm your man. I can provide you with some smithing if you need. Repairs or salvaging, whatever's at hand. Was one of the wretches working for Motus Mining in Apatir. Got out before the sickness gods rest them, but I've been here for years now. Aye, a vile thing in Apatir. Spread like a cold, killed like a plague. I came here with nothing, but managed to build myself a nice slice of life. The gnomes even invest some money here. Aye? And I suppose you're here to preach the virtues of helping my lazy neighbours, more like buzzards. I was like them once, and I managed to become a respectable merchant. I only think it's fair that they do the same. Aye? And I suppose you're here to preach the virtues of helping my lazy neighbours, more like buzzards. Aye, I know how this works. I don't give over the money and I won't get a moment's peace. I'll make sure the aid gets to where it needs to go. Well, the difference will come out of your wallet in the end. I'm raising my prices, and only for you. All right, then.
Care to browse? I can promise you'll always find the goods you need at Sembles. Care to browse? Don't rightly got one type of stock here. I tend to sell all manner of things you might need while roaming the wastes. Came here with my father more than a few years back. Poor Dad died a few years ago, and I just took up the business when he did. Been here since. Weren't raised here, but it's home well enough. But the only place in Detir that doesn't feel like the wind will blow it away. Share them with who? With... Oh, I see. It's not enough that I scrape out something for myself. You can't succeed in this city without someone coming to collect. You mean it, don't you? You actually care about them. Fine, I'll give my part. And thanks for your compassion. Please, come by again.
So the scriptures of Mitharo have been handed to us. I too have been asked by Reddle to hand these words to the denizens of all that can help. Indeed, Mitharo smiles on a few, and it is their responsibility to share such providence. Your service will not go unrewarded. Be pious.
What now?
You there! Halt! Going to make die, villain!
What the hell are you doing here? If you're going to stand out there and gape at me, you're going to get us both in trouble. Half-men bastards. They'll look for any reason to throw one of us outsides into this brig. They're trying to intimidate us. Just another Burke trying to scratch a living in this desert sand. But it's easier to survive out there than in this blasted city. I only stole a loaf of bread, and for that I'm sorry. But I've been in here for weeks. The gnomes like to think their city shouldn't need jails, but they'll use any excuse to throw one of us quarterlings in here. Bet it's a lovely city to be in for a gnome. For outsiders, it's a place of burden. They make it uncomfortable, so we might leave. Really? I've been in here so long, I thought they would have all forgotten about me. This means a lot to me. Thanks, mate. Get going.
brother.
Be quick!
So the scriptures of Mitharo have been handed to us. I too have been asked by Reddle to hand these words to the denizens of all that can help. Esclad Tyner is a troubled man, but many are those who need redemption. Though he may have wronged, he must not lose his spirit. Be pious.
Yes?
Care to browse?
Be quick!
Milo, at your service. Good day, Master. I am happy to report that there have been no problems. Not after the perfidious Bruton was dealt with. Farewell, Master. Milo, at your service.
Need a bed? Gordon runs the inn. Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my posting? Well, do you have anything to turn in? Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will know what it's like to be preyed upon. Here's your gold. You earned it. Keep the peace.
Would you care to sell? Sorry, I mean buy. Would you care to buy something? Come again.
Move along! We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsen Shir. The old fool never would listen to reason. I certainly hope so. We're going to need every sword we can muster. You can find him in the upper city, staring over the strait at Melsen Shir. The fool might as well be at its funeral. The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
Another Varani?
Another variety.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Then someone else will have to. Damn fool.
What do you want? I'm beset by petitioners these days. Another advocate for this absurd plan to retake Melsen Shir, I take it. Look to Rathia's sister across the strait. Her battered walls, her burned gardens, her back broken from a decade of war. We take in refugees. We send them food that we can spare. We try to ease her pain. But for 10 years I stood here and watched her die slowly. And now you, a stranger, think to convince me to commit the whole of this city to saving her because our army's greatest failure has recovered some old relic? Mel Senshir stands as Rathia's eastern shield. Even now, nearly broken, she still stands. This city can do nothing for the fortress, but perhaps its people can. The wounded we have here wish to return to fight for the fortress one last time. I'll tell them to meet you at the docks, and take this as well from my own collection. May it be of use to you in the coming battle. Do not speak to me of the war. I am the voice of Rathia, not a general or a fate weaver, nor Lyria herself, who alone controls the outcome. You carry with you Rathia's bravest sons and daughters. Realize that if you fail to liberate that withered wall, you will have doomed our city as well. Rathia has taken in half of Mel Senshir's population as refugees from the war. Orphans fill our poorhouses. They've never seen their parents' city and never will. I realize they long for their home, but they need to accept a painful fact. Rathia is their only home now. Mel Senshir is no more. Those who watch and govern Rathia, they sit in secret council. Even their names are unknown, and are thus above corruption and idolatry. Only I am known, the Elund, their voice. The City of Walls is lost to us, and we can afford no more troops for them. Better to muster our forces to counterattack after its fall. I am the Elund, and I speak with the voice of the Orbakant. Within this city, my word is law. They have delved earthward, where we have lifted high. They think no one watches them because they are thus sheltered. The deeper they dig, the higher we will rise. They rule Rathia, and they do so from behind a veil. I am their face and their voice. Go to the eastern docks in the lower city and find Captain Dodwin. He will oversee your journey to Mel Senshir. Go. Save our sister across the sea or die.
Citizen.
Welcome.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
In search of a game of hexes. You won't cast in the lower tunnels.
Curios, clasps, staves, and robes, all of the highest quality. To be honest, I never actually passed the initiation trials. An oversight, I assure you. Arrogant fools. Lyria's city. Magic runs through its veins, echoes in its courts and byways, and I do my modest part. Magic's mistress and goddess of fate, which is not but magic's deepest weave, after all. A pleasure, I assure you. I've been supplying scholars and students alike for many a year. Those rare and potent marvels unavailable within their compound, I am happy to supply. So long. Curios, talismans, items of power.
Just look at it all.
healers in the officers' club.
Your comrade dies, the job is
The
yours.
healers in the
Yours!
officers' club. Round the back.
The healers in the officers' club.
Can't seem to sleep much anymore. The ships are loading now for Melsen Shear. Are you ready to board? Right away.
Agarth, you know better than any of us how this will end. Why must we fight a war that you know we will not win?
You would still ask that to Lara, after all you've seen.
Until I get an answer, Fate Weaver. Until then.
Why do we fight? Because there is hope. Because only through battle can we break the chains that fate has forged. Don't you see? We have been given a chance. And though some of us will die, we will die knowing that our lives were finally our own. That we are no longer slaves to the whims of fate. Would you throw it away? Just for fear of another defeat? Not I. I will fight. And if I die knowing that I have made a choice. And this choice, for good or for ill, was my own.
Fine day for a battle. Been up for days.
Watch yourself when you're on the wall.
Come on, the commander's waiting for us.
The great general is back, just like she promised. Another 10 years, and I might have started to doubt. Not exactly the heroes of legend, but you're a welcome sight nonetheless. When Melsen Shear was built, the Winter Fae weren't the friendliest of neighbors, but they were nothing like the Tuatha they've become. Those bastards keep squeezing us and squeezing us. Well, it's time for them to see what we mortals can do. The General's army used to defend us, but that was before the Tuatha started summoning Niskaru to join them. Tilera's forces never stood a chance. Still, she blamed herself and went into exile. We could have used her here, but heroes only show up when you really need them, right? I was just a child before the siege started. I joined the army because I dreamed of becoming a hero like the great General Tilera. Funny thing, dreams. We've been the front line of this war for the last decade. The fact that Melsen Shear still stands at all is a testament to all we've sacrificed. Cluricon is all swamp, jungle, and death. Have you ever tried fighting an army in a place like this? It's hot, wet, and it always smells like something died, because something did. Likely you've come to see the fortress before it falls. I've seen her stand for the last 10 years, but the end, I think, has finally come. Our scouts report that the Tuatha are massing, and in their wake we've seen it. The Niskaru Lord, Baelor, has come for Melsen Shear at last. Indeed, they expect us to hide behind the walls of Melsen Shear. Instead, we'll rush the field and delay the Baelor's arrival. That leaves the Witch Knight. Malwyn is the commander of the Tuatha forces, and likely the one who has made a pact with the Baelor. You and Talera will be part of an effort to kill him. If we can kill Witch Knight Malwyn, then the Baelor may run rampant in the field, and in the chaos we can rout the Tuatha. It is much to hope for, but that's the plan. Soon. I know you're eager, but take a moment to make sure you're ready. Check your gear and say your goodbyes. When you're ready, come meet me by the gates. I'll be readying the troops.
This is all the help we get. You should get some rest. You're going to need it.
What's this? I've heard the soldiers say that death walks the walls of Mel Senshir. Something tells me they're wrong. Death has only just arrived. Need to know something about Mel Senshir? I'm the one to ask. The elite scout unit of Mel Senshir. Few love their work as much as they do. The city has been under siege for so long that we're starting to run out of places to put the bodies. Pretty soon, the boats that bring the new recruits over will have to take the broken bodies of the old back. I've been digging graves for the great general my whole life. She's a goddess of war, that one. I've seen more of the soldiers that defend Mel Senshir than all of the officers 10 times over. They keep coming from Rathir, and I keep putting them into the ground. First Sword Bronwyn Sen is a poet with a blade, though something tells me you're no stranger to a fight. Keep them coming.
Keep walking.
Been up.
Welcome to the siege.
Welcome to the siege. More blood for the wall.
I hope they don't attack with bows. To the ground.
You didn't think I'd miss this, did you?
On the wall.
I hope you're ready for what lies ahead. This is no time to make jokes. These people are scared, and your chances are slim, with or without that spear. Mel Senshir's fate was sealed long ago. You may be able to change that, but the Tuatha aren't taking any chances. Prepare to fight, and be ready to die. Be on your way.
Fine day for a battle.
Looks like the Tuatha. Fine day for a battle. Ah, the one who travels with Talera. Can I interest you in something? I'm just a traveling merchant. I take my wares where I can get the most profit. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the Alfar, but this war is great for business. The Great General, they call her. Haven't seen anything great yet. Another time, then. Ah, the one who travels... with Talera. Can I interest you in something? Another time, then.
I don't care if the bartender's manning the ramparts. Someone has to have a drink for sale.
Looking to restock? Ilan Doldran has what you need. It was my home before the war started, and it will be my home long after, no matter the outcome. I've lived in Mel Senshir all my life. Sold my first potion when I was no taller than a boggart. I met her once, back before the siege. She bought a pair of boots from me. Come back again. I've got plenty of supply. As if you've got plenty of coin. Come back again.
great general is back. What is it? Time is running out. Steel yourselves. The battle is not to be taken lightly. Then let us go. We've had sightings of the Tuatha vanguard. When they enter the courtyard, we will open the gates and counterattack. You and Talera will use the distraction to execute your plan. One way or another, this will be over soon.
Hore Sunera Alfor! Our hunt for Malwyn can now begin in earnest. I will take one path and you another. If a Wygland's troops hold, then Malwyn will be delayed at the outer wall with the Balon. But we should make sure he doesn't get past us. Now, we must get moving. There is no room for error.
that again. Someone's got to make sure these ladders stay down. And you need to move before O'Waglin's troops start falling back. The only way.
Oh, finally, some reinforcements. We tried to fight off the Tuatha, but they took most of our company prisoner. They're threatening to execute the rest unless we lay down our arms. You could get in amongst them, silently, if possible, and save what's left of the survivors. The Tuatha moved on us in such numbers, we couldn't hold them all off. Normally, I'm a scout, but anybody that can swing a blade has to do their part today. I recommend you tread lightly in there. They'll probably kill any survivors if we try to mount a frontal assault.
This is our chance, before they can regain control of the creature. Ah! Theoden, guide my hand. For Rathir! This ends here!
You're still alive! You've got to destroy Baelor before it tears this place apart. I know, child. Everything seemed still in that moment when she struck the Baelor. At least she died how she wanted to. But her sacrifice won't mean anything unless you do something to stop that beast.
Are you reporting in? We held off the last wave, and then that thing showed up. I dragged them both here, but I don't think they're gonna make it. The Tuatha are all over our lines. The battle is a bit of a mess right now. I heard them stop pounding, a bunch of fighting, and then nothing. Guess I have you to thank that we're not completely overrun. Join you? I can't just leave my posting in such a state. Right. Better than dying here, I guess. Let's show those Tuatha. A Niskaru as big as this fortress. It's pushed us all the way back here, and now it is tearing down the very walls of Mel Senshir. The Tuatha must be truly mad to conjure up such a beast. Are you reporting in?
fools! Run!
The Tuatha. They're gone. After 10 years, I can't believe they're finally gone. We lost many, but we all knew the risk. I almost joined them. The Tuatha had my back against the outer wall when there was this flash of light. I looked up, and all I saw was the silhouette of you on top of that beast. It was the most glorious sight of my life, but I never saw the General. I'd like to personally thank her. Then the rumors of her dishonor will finally be silenced. She gave everything to us in the end, and the world will know that. When we rebuild these walls, we'll name them after General Talera. Her memory will stand as long as the ramparts shine. But she never would have been here had you not delivered her to us. It can never be enough, but we hope you'll accept this as our thanks. We freed the city, but the Tuatha still hold most of Cluricon. Over the years, they've infected every part of these swamps. Clearing them out isn't going to be easy, but we might have help. There are rumors of a small band of fighters harassing the Tuatha. Perhaps the hero of Mel Senshir can convince them to work with us. Good luck. Our soldiers are doing their best out there, but it's still a nightmare. We've heard rumors about a band of soldiers striking the Tuatha for years, but nothing solid. They said their forces were crippled by a bitter frost, but it never gets that cold in the swamps. Watch out for those red-eyed bastards.
Allies can come from the strangest places.
I am Corialia Scathe, head surgeon here in Mel Senshir. Do you require healing? To be able to study their physiology. Impossible, of course, given how their bodies return to nature upon their death. A beautiful city, is it not? When the siege began, I came here straight away from studying with the Scholia Arcana in Rathir. The opportunity to observe the effects of violence firsthand and to help, of course, was too much to ignore. Her services are adequate. I'll admit, her only fault lies in caring too much for her patients. As head surgeon, I support the soldiers of the Alfar armies as best I can. Despite the recent and dramatic improvements in healing magic, few that make their way to my table survive. As great as our power may be, the power of the Tuatha is all the more destructive. Farewell.
You're already dead. Nothing but another corpse, just like me. Another body for the feast. She's here, you know. Death. I've seen her. She's like a big fat crow come to eat my eyes. Please, don't let her eat my eyes. I don't want to die. Once I thought they were monsters, always rising. I didn't know then. I didn't understand where the real monsters live. A whole city of crows, fat from feasting. A fool twice cursed. Once to fall in battle, nearly killed. Cursed again to keep on living in this wretched place, this nest of death and darkness. Oh, she's a great, dark crow with 1,000 needle beaks. She's going to take me, you know, I've seen it. We're all beggars, dead already and begging for the end. Beggars bent like hags, bent beneath a bloody fate. But you're no beggar at all. You're the scarecrow, aren't you? Shoo, death, shoo! I can see it, all around you. You're not like us, you're not like anyone. You're not afraid of death, are you? I am. I dream of her. She takes me beneath the tower and she does things, horrible things. Don't let her take me there, please. Don't let her open me up. I don't want to see what's inside. That's where she keeps her nest. We go beneath the tower, but we don't come out again. Don't go there. It's dangerous. Don't go. You won't come back. Don't leave me.
The hero of Melson Shear.
It's time to celebrate. The Baelor's dead, and the Tuatha have fallen back to Cursewood. You and me, let's drink to victory. Thought we were doomed, didn't you? You and everybody else. But nobody accounted for the hero of Melson Shear. Oh, I come from a long line of soldiers. We don't know anything else. I'd pay good gold to see anyone in my family bake a loaf of bread or read a book. I'm not doing this for the glory. Glory's worthless when you're dead. I'm doing this because someone has to. And if not me, then who? No. Not Tak. Not Tak. Damn the Tuatha! Damn them to the fires! This isn't how it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be the soldier. He was supposed to stay home to watch Mother. I knew he was in Cursewood, but they must have been in the path of the Baelor. They were trying to shield us. Poor Tak. Mother will be ruined.
Hi.
Back off. What do you want?
Enjoy the shade, Wanderer.
Hey there. How can I help? I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out. Come back any time, and I'll buy more meat off of you.
What do you want?
So Argine was the Hierophant all along. I don't suppose you know of an all-powerful seer that is looking to lead a band of thieves? Looks like I'm going to need that iron now more than ever. Care to help? Music to my ears. Hand it over and I'll pay. Farewell.
Welcome to the sun.
So it's done. Better you than me, I suppose. With the war still raging, there's always plenty of bad news to deliver. You should see the stacks of them in Rathir. Thank you. You have more courage than I do. And I've stared into the eye of the enemy. Take this. It's my weekly pay. I can't bear to feel its weight.
Any luck out there? I'll meet you in Mel Senshir.
To the war. I've got plenty of supplies if you've got... Plenty of coin. Come back again.
The Tuatha lines have broken, and we still live. It looks like fate has a sense of humor. Please, forgive my melancholy. The champion of Mel Senshir should be cheered, not subjected to my sorrow. I am Adrian Tyr, and I owe you my thanks. Though many have been lost, your courage saved a great many more. Mel Senshir has been my home for 7 years of bitter struggle. As grateful as I am for the strength of its walls, I am eager for a new horizon. She was the greatest among us. What happened out there on the wall? I knew she would redeem herself. Thank Lyria she was here, and that her life was not given in vain. I did not think fate would let us survive that onslaught. It seems that even if fate is not on our side, you are. I am a warrior, nothing more. I go where I am told. I will spill blood with my company upon the shield wall until either I fall or no enemies remain. I was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for a Varani mercenary who threw himself in the fray. He fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not so fortunate, though. I watched the Tuatha cut him off, and then he was gone. It shames me, but I once held such mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was a warrior of honor. He was cut off and surrounded by the Tuatha. He is surely dead. However, his body must lie somewhere in Cursewood. It would give me peace to learn of his fate. The Varani warrior? The last I saw of him, he was cut off behind Tuatha lines in Cursewood. Farewell.
leave the prattling of a madman alone, could you? This is my sanctum, trespasser. You couldn't possibly understand the work I'm doing here. I fear I will need to kill you now. Perhaps the process will provide some insights into your unique power. Don't you see? The physiology of the mortal races is a book we've barely begun to crack. You couldn't possibly understand. I take these young men and women and I open them and I see what truly lives within. Magic is changing and so are those who wield it. I am merely bold enough to look and learn the how and why. How unsurprisingly noble of you. Few possess the intellectual acuity to appreciate my work. Very well. Perhaps I will learn something from your death. Ooh, this will go easy.
She's dead, isn't she? The moment she passed, the clouds surrounding my mind seemed to pass. What a wretched woman. Who knows how long she's been here, preying on the weak and injured. Seems I named you well, Scarecrow. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. I wish I had never come to this cursed city. I survived the horror of battle only to find the horrors of the hospital. A kind soul, she hasn't left the hospital since the siege. I don't think she even sleeps. I do not think that I can return to the Chandlery after what I've seen. Where does one go after they've seen the horror of war?
Off into the swamps, I assume? None that would be of any help. After a decade of Tuatha control, they've all gone quiet. But if there are any out there, I'm sure they'll be looking for you. Just keep your eyes open. After all, you'll be in their swamp. Be on your way.
Keep walking.
You! Stop! State your business.
Keep your hands off me, fool. I know Tuatha. I must speak with the Siegebreaker.
Hail. You're the one who slew the Baelor. Honor to you, champion. I command the Ariad. We are warrior scouts, the eyes of the Alfar. My men are scouting the Tuatha's retreat, though I fear I may have lost even them to this cursed forest. Vile creatures. The sooner we kill them all, the better. The men and women of the Ariad are handpicked for possessing a very particular set of skills. We are the eyes of the Alfar forces. It is our responsibility to move among the enemy, to watch and wait, and when necessary, to kill. My men and I are glad to be free of its walls. It is about time the brass decides to unleash us on these Tuatha dogs. Aye, Cluracan's doomed to drown in blood. Mark my words. Don't care what happened on the wall. Talara was a great general, through and through. She'll always be a hero to the Ariad, and to me. I have been leading the Ariad for many seasons now. I may not have the flair that some of our other leaders do, but I get the job done. They are overdue. My men are never late. They are either where they are supposed to be, or they are dead. In fact, if you are venturing out into the forest, may I prevail upon you for aid? 3 of my men are missing. If you discover any evidence of what befell them within the Cursewood, let me know. Warrior to warrior, I would be in your debt. And if it would sweeten the pot, there'd be gold for you as well. It's been called that ever since they laid the foundations of Mel Senshir. Even the smallest of plants and critters can kill you out here. Deep within the Cursewood, most likely. I sent 3 soldiers into the forest to track the movements of the Tuatha. Where that took them is anybody's guess. Later then,